Jude 8:16. Jesus condemned the fault-finding attitude when he said, "Stop judging that you may not be judged. Why, then, do you look at the straw in your brother's eye, but do not consider the rafter in your own eye?" Hypocrite. First extract the rafter from your own eye, and then you will see clearly how to extract the straw from your brother's eye. Mount 7. 1:3-5. Compare 2. 1. Quarry. An open-pit excavation from which various types of stone are cut. Limestone and marble, lying near the surface, are thus quarried. A large area near the present Damascus Gate of Jerusalem is believed to have been an ancient quarry. The first reference to such a place is at Joshua 7:4-5, where it is reported that about 3,000 Israelites fled from Ai as far as Shebarim, meaning quarries. When Solomon prepared to build the temple, he commanded that great foundation stones be quarried from the mountains of Lebanon, and tens of thousands of men were conscripted for the work. 1 Kai 5:13-18. 6. 7. When it was necessary to repair the temple in the days of Jehoash, hewers of stone were hired for the work. 2 Kai 12:11, 12. The tomb where Jesus was buried was one quarried out of rock. Mount 27. 59:60. Mr. 15:46. Using an eloquent metaphor, O textoi acute muritra longo, quartz 720 deep in the rock. Into these, dry wood was driven, where it was then made to swell with water until the rock split along its cleavage lines. In Roman times, stones weighing as much as 5 or 10 tons were quarried some distance from the building sites. These were then moved on rollers or on sledges, the power being supplied by great armies of slave labor. Quart. After the opening of the third seal, as referred to at Revelation 6:5-6, both a koinix of wheat and 3 koinai middle.kes of barley are said to sell for a denarius. Generally, scholars believe the size of the koinix to be slightly more than a liter or a little less than a US dry quart. Since a denarius was a day's wage in John's time, Mount 20. 1-12, the selling of grains at such prices would indicate famine conditions. Quartermaster. Possibly the officer in charge of rations and supplies for the troops. A literal translation of the Hebrew Samenu middle.cha is prince of the resting place, and may mean the one in charge of the king's living quarters when on a campaign or journey. Sarai's quartermaster for King Zedekiah of Judah accompanied him on the trip to Babylon in the 4th year of Zedekiah's reign, carrying with him Jeremiah's written prophecy against Babylon. After reading it aloud in that city, Sarai pitched it, tied to a stone, into the Euphrates, as a symbol of Babylon's future fall, never to rise again. Jah 51. 59-64. Quartus Cutus from Latin, meaning fourth. One living in Corinth, whose greetings Paul included in his letter to the Romans, about 56 CE 16. 23. Having a Roman name and knowing the brothers in Rome, he may have formerly been of that congregation. Queen. In the modern sense, a title given either to a wife of a king or to a female monarch. In the Bible the title most often refers to women outside the kingdoms of Israel and Judah. The Hebrew word most nearly expressing the idea of queen as it is understood today is Maal middle.ka. But it was rare in the Orient for a woman to possess ruling authority. The Queen of Sheba may have been one with such power. 1 Kai 10. 1. Mount 12. 42. In the Christian Greek scriptures, queen is translated from the word ba middle.c lis middle.sa, the feminine form of the word for king. The title is applied to Queen Candace of Ethiopia. Agate. 27. In the Hebrew scriptures Mal middle.ka is more often used with reference to a queen consort, or the leading wife of a king of a foreign power. Vashti, as the chief wife of King Ahasuerus of Persia, was a consort queen rather than a ruling one. She was replaced by the Jewess Esther, making Esther consort queen, and while Esther had royal dignity, she was not an associate ruler as one. 9, 12, 19. 2. 17, 22. 4. 11. Any authority she might have had was by the king's grant. Compares 8. 1-8, 10. 9. 29-32. Israel. The Hebrew word Ra, translated queen in some versions, means, more correctly, lady or mistress. In the instances where the title is used, it seems to apply mainly to the mother or grandmother of the king, such women being given royal respect, for example, Jezebel, the mother of King Jehoram of Israel. 2 Kai 10. 13. When Solomon's mother approached him with a request, he bowed to her and had a throne set for her at his right. 1 Kai 2. 19. The lady could be deposed by the king, as was Maacah, the grandmother of King Asa of Judah, whom he removed from being lady because she had made a horrible idol to the sacred pole. 1 Kai 15. 13. No woman could legally become head of state in the kingdoms of Israel and Judah. 17. 14. 15. However, after the death of her son Ahaziah king of Judah, Athaliah, who was the daughter of wicked King Ahab of Israel, and his wife Jezebel, destroyed all the kingdom except Ahaziah's son Jehoash, whom Ahaziah's sister Jehosheba